So they'll be calling you a radical. The W for Wells sure ain't for we. Look, maybe we can put a statue in downtown Salt Lake of a well. There ain't gonna be any left at this rate. So Plummet's their new one. Plummet. Scientists are mystified, they're baffled, they're stumped, they're curious, they're alarmed, they're bewildered. Plummet. Numbers plummet. One of the worst rags in media history. The Los Angeles Times, which I used to call it a giant comic book, but it's a weapon. Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass. I mean, how is anybody reading these rags? So the world's foremost expert on the Great Pacific Genocide, the well numbers, Kevin Blanch. So even the bootlickers of all bootlickers who denied this was even happening are quoting the greatest evil organization maybe in history, NOAA. When I was walking the coast of California all those years, I'd run to NOAA all the time. It wasn't like I just had a cell phone there, you know how it is now. Bing, bing, bing. No, I had a bloggy or a little flip camera. It was dead most of the time. I almost was. I'd have to pop into coastal California libraries to post my, because I'd plug into a hard drive, and that's if I could get. I have a stack of coastal California library cards. I could write a whole book just on that. So Plummet. So stay with me. NOAA denied this was even happening for years. Finally, NOAA come out just a couple of years as, yeah, it was happening. Unusual mortality event, they called it. And they declared it over. And you know what I said, it ain't over until the world's foremost expert in the world, Kevin Blanch, says it's fucking over. It ain't fucking over. So, obviously I was right again, but never listen to a word Kevin Blanch says. Son of Cassandra. Fuck, oh boy, am I son of Cassandra. Fuck, Blanchstradamus. Well, I did all the work. Wasn't that hard to figure out? So, now stay with me on these numbers. This is important, real important. So, stay with me on these numbers. So, you know I reported very early this year that the biologists in the Laguna, where the great birthing grounds are, were promoting no babies made it. All the calves were dead. All the mothers were dead. I reported that in real time. My sources. I've developed my credibility. LA Times, San Francisco Chronicle, all these bootlickers. I thought credibility was earned. How can you continually get it wrong and continue to lie and anybody even gives you any credibility? I don't know. It's like CNN or Operation Foxconn News. How can anybody listen to them? Or Orange Jesus or Genocide Joe. I mean, no credibility. I have credibility. I've earned my credibility. Credibility is earned. It's not given. So Plummet. So let's stay with me. They're using, okay, let's say we use NOAA's number. Let's say we use NOAA's number. Okay? NOAA's number. NOAA says 27,000. 27,000 to 13,000, which their number's wrong, and I could prove that, and I have my number's correct. I did it in real time. Play back the tape here. So let's say that they were right, and we crashed from 27,000 to 13,000 in just these few years. In science, we call that an outlier. That's something happened. Something happened. I mean, I was talking to a biologist right here from Alaska this year. Of course, he wouldn't do a video with me because I'm too accurate. The truth's pretty radical. He says, no, something happened. They just disappeared. I'm like, hello, hello. We call that an outlier in science, right? Scientists are mystified, they're baffled, they're stumped, they're curious, scientists do not do that. So you go, if we're going to use their number, which their number is bullshit, 27. Now this collapse started in 2013, 14, 12 actually. My documentation on it proves that. They're saying they peaked out at 27,000. I know factually they peaked out between 35 and 40,000. They're saying that they're down to 13,000. I know they're down between probably 5 and 8,000, somewhere in there. And just getting worse, starving to death. And this isn't just the grays. This is also the Now remember, they took the humpbacks off the endangered list in 2010. Remember that? I cannot overstate the Pacific Ocean was so incredibly healthy on March 10th, 2011. Thriving. Look at the Upper California purple urchins before and after. I'll post the links. Those are my pictures. Like that. We have all the salmon data. The steelhead started to freaking collapse immediately 2011, 2012. They go to sea 1 year. Chinook salmon didn't collapse till 2016. Record returns. They go to sea 5 years. In science, we don't do mystified, baffled, stump, plummet. We don't do that. I mean, I guess you could use the word plummet, but you should have been using it a long time ago. In denial. So more of Kevin Blanch's work being verified every day. I mean, the greatest PhD. What am I going to do? Put my golden handcuffs on and hand over my PhD to the JSTOR and hope Aaron Swartz downloads the server at MIT and puts it into the internet? They get it to Julian Assange. Don't you see that academia is completely captured? Go ask him at Columbia, Bob Kraft. Can't you see that it's completely captured? I mean, the whole country's captured. So, my number's being verified. So, even if you use their bullshit number from 27 to 2013, even if they use their date, 2016 till 2025, that's a radical acute collapse. That's not gradual. And the number is realistic, close to 40,000 to probably 6,000 or 7,000. That's the real number. And I document it in real time as it happens. So, more of my work. And remember, these are the people that were in denial that this even did happen. I would ask NOAA all the time when I'm walking the coast. All the time. What's the radiation level in the Pacific? Not our job. I used to video them putting their radiation detectors under overpasses. I used to video and then picking up the debris. I'd post it. YouTube would take it down. In science, we don't do mystified, baffled, stumped. First show hypothesis. These are full blown out fucking meltdowns. This heat source is unforeseen and so foreign, so radical, so crazy. Never happened at Chernobyl. Why do you think they entombed under Chernobyl? Delmarsh, this energy is so hot, so radical, so foreign, it's going to break the chain. It's going to try eco fucking collapse. A chain reaction. Kevin Blanch, March 2011. It's going to cause a heat dome over the western United States. The Great Salt Lake was at perfect levels in 2011, 21. My spiral jetty fucking video killed the media star. We can't rewind. We've gone too far. Unarguable proof. Unarguable proof. How about the Muir starvation? The fucking birds. Documented in real time. How about the fire event? Look it up. The Great Western North America Heat Dome, which I'm the guy that named it. The Great Drought, they call it the Great Heat Dome. Look it up. I'm the guy that named it. How come there's not a Wikipedia page on YouTube? Number one, I won't let them. Number two, they're fucking, I mean, if you haven't gotten a clue watching what's going on in Iran, Israel, fucking Gaza, they have total control, total domination. You know, they think they don't have domination. The fucking truth. You know, maybe I can get 212 views on this. But verifying Kevin Blanch's work. What are we going to do? Extinct these out? Here's California still fishing. The Chinook, all in symphony. How about the typo work? Oh, just wasting disease. So now they're coming out, $75 to get together and come out and says, yeah, Kevin Blanch was right. There's a starvation event that started on Wells, and their work says 2012, just like mine said. Matched up. They says Kevin Blanch was right. I've talked to multiple ones. They didn't hypothesize any knowledge. They didn't do any field observation work, none, 0.0. They just jumped to conclusion and regurgitated my work. In conclusion, global warming. I'm like, wait a minute, you tell me global warming started in 2012? Is that what you're saying? No, that's not what we said. That's exactly what you said. Now, global warming's been going since we handed this country over to Rockefeller, Sinclair, fucking Standard Oil, and Operation Paperclip, the auto industry. Cars are up 8,000% in this country since 1980. It's been like this, steady as she goes. It's cars that fucking are automobiles, including electric. You know where we get our electricity from here in Utah? Oh, Warren Buffett's dirty coal. Steady as she goes. All of a sudden, 2012, 2030, like that. What does that tell you? What that tells us in science, that's called an outlier versus outright liars. So we take the bias out. We can use regressionary models. We can plug in. You plug in the Muir data, plug in the wasting to these starfish data, the heat dome, the fire event, the gray, the humpback, the crabs, all these sea creatures, well, and humans. How about the study from Duke University saying the heart attack radical? They called it an outlier starting in 2012. More radical, more aggressive, younger. How about the prostate cancer that started in California 2011, 2012? More younger, harder, more aggressive, more deadly. The leukemia studies, they're all out now. All of them using the word outlier. 2011, 2012. Mystified, stumped, baffled, curious, don't get it. So you can't argue with me anymore. You can't. It's unarguable. This is the greatest outlier in human, the greatest PhD in human fucking history. Kevin Blanch, the new Semmelweis. Where's your crown? New York Times, LA Times, San Francisco Chronicle, Operation Foxconn News, CNN. Remember Anderson Vanderbilt Cooper went to Fukushima. Him and Sanjay Gupta, MD, said meltdown, meltdown hundreds of thousands, hundreds of times. And then they get home and never mention it again. You think that's just coincidence? They crashed Radnet on March. Well, took it down offline. We presented the fucking data. I show you the radiation levels. Fuck, I have them. I post them in every video. You don't want the truth, you can't handle the truth. So the only thing you can argue with me now is something triggered it in 2011, 2012. That's unarguable. It's absolutely unarguable. This is a devastating fucking event. The greatest in fucking modern human history. There's only a possible suspects. Did a meteor strike the Pacific Ocean? Big, big fucking meteor. Fucking just. That might have done this. I doubt it, but no meteor struck. Did a Krakatoa form like a Krakatoa in the Pacific Ocean? Giant new volcanoes and coat the fucking earth with black soot over it for 10 years and change the world. No. Did 4 full core meltdowns for the first time in human history meltdown, bringing star powered earth. Oh yeah. And you're telling me there's no byproduct for that? Sir Isaac Newton, for every action, there's a reaction. That's science 101. Kiddies. Anybody that tells you there's no byproduct from 4 full core meltdowns that didn't do anything, they didn't entomb it. Marie Antoinette, all that, backed them out. Go ask the sailors on the USS Reagan if you can find any still alive. They're all dying of leukemia. Remember that lawsuit? So here you have the data. More Kevin Blanch's work being verified. New one. Plummet. Plummet. Even if you go with their bullshit number, by definition, it's science. It's an outlier. It's Fukushima. I'm here to tell you. You can deny my work all the fuck you want. Run from it, hide from it, because I don't do opinion. I don't do mystified, stumped, fucking be well. I don't do that shit. I knew what it was from the first you apologize, then you do your field work while in critical condition. I have a pacemaker now. I've been gutted like a fucking salmon, so, and I got slandered. I got fear porn. I got attacked. Kevin Blanch right here, March 2011. All new knowledge will be persecuted, always has. It's new. Never happened before. Thus, the byproduct, which I named plutonium. It's a vapor. It's a gas. It's unarguable. What are we on? Day 5,221 or 22. Plummet. Now, remember, this is the bootlicker. One of the worst rags in history who denied this was even happening. I always learned when I was young. And I went to the #1 school business in the country. I have credentials out the yin yang. I taught here. Until they blackballed Warren Buffett took it over. I was always taught credibility was earned. Huh. Well, they sure don't have any. Kevin Blanch does. All I ever wanted was my peace of mind. Fuck, the old willows took a beating, ain't it? Over the years, ain't even that old. So, Plummet. Stand tuned.